Hello gamers and welcome to Flashpoint Campaigns Cold War by On Target Simulations and Matrix Games. I've got the chance to show you a press preview version of the game. So not everything is finalized, for example the tutorials. And the game will be released on 20th November on Matrix Games Store. And yeah, I want to just briefly show you how it looks and then dive a bit deeper into it. So it's the newest installment of the Flashpoint Campaign series, and to my detriment, I did not play the previous installments yet. So this is my first entry, and it's like a Cold War setting in 1989, Cold War gun hot, and with detailed maps, historically accurate for 1989, with roads and everything. And it's supposed to be a massive upgrade over the previous installments. You can play single player or multiplayer. So these will be the tutorials so far, but they are not yet finalized. The game includes about 100 scenarios in total. As you can see here, there are quite a few scenarios here. Return to folder has been showcased by the developers. I will link the video in the description of this video. So quite a lot here to do, and as you can see, there's a wide variety of nations involved, not just one like West Germany or something. It's going to be the entire West German theater, so you get American, Belgian, British, Canadians, Czechoslovak, East German, French, Polish, Soviet and West German forces. It's a setting that I really enjoy playing. Like, I also enjoy Armored Brigade 2, Regiments or Warno. And here you can also filter, which I think is pretty cool. So if you don't have much time, you can go for something easy. Go West, young man. That's one of the very finalized or more finalized scenarios. That's the one I'm going to show you today. And then you've got 10 campaigns, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they will include scenarios as well. Here, for example, 4 scenarios in this one, 4 scenarios here, there's 5 scenarios, 7 scenarios, and so on. And so, like I said, in total about more than 100 scenarios. And there are some dev diaries out already as well, so you can check that out as well. And yeah, then there's a new tactical transport system, and you can do aerosols. There's actually an entire campaign, a Soviet campaign dedicated to air mobile combat. There are illumination rounds and weapons locating radars. So one of the scenarios that's already pretty far is also, which one was it? Is also to highlight the illumination rounds. That's a night battle called Every Cat at Night is Black. I'm really interested in showing you this one as well, but I thought first I don't want to show you a night battle. But let me quickly check. Where is it? Let me do the Free Cat. Sorry. Should be called Every Cat is Black. There it is. Every Cat is Black at Night. So that's really cool. You play West Germany, but it's veteran difficulty. So, and I'm new and I haven't played the scenarios, so I thought I'd just show you something else first. And yeah, historically accurate orders of battle, of course. And you also get improved AI. At least that's what I read. And so let's hope that's true, because better AI is always good. You can play the game eventually multiplayer as well with play by email. And you do get quite a few. You can edit maps, campaigns, and scenarios. And multiplayer play by email. And here you've got some cool settings. Delay factors and so on. So one thing that's cool in Order of Battle is it kind of simulates, in order of battle in Flashpoint Campaigns Cold War. The order of battle kind of is reflected in the communication systems as well. So how long it takes to forward orders and stuff. And it also varies between the different factions. Map scrolling parameters. Here you can see turn resolution, how it looks like. Yeah, let's show that as well. You can change the color scheme, which is cool. In particular, if you have if you're colorblind or something, I go for the metrics here, but you can change that. If you're American, you can go for this. You can go for national language values, and I'm going to do that. I think, but if it's a national language, I won't understand Russian. So maybe not yet. So let's apply that. Proceed. And let's go to Go West, Young Man, I think it was called. And feel free to drop me in the comments if you want to see something specific. So the scenarios I could show you, that because they are pretty far, are every cat is black at night, that I've already shown you. I could show you a deal of the 4th Lancers, if you were interested in that. Then Alamo at Soest. That would be this one. You can just pause the YouTube video and read it. Then the screen. British Recon forces with weapons locating radar, attack helos, and so on. Then Go West, Young Man, we're going to look at right now. And then you can go for the first dance, which is as to be expected between the Soviets and the Americans. You always see like the location, you get a briefing and everything. And then we get Breakaway with Canadian, French, and American attack helicopters on this one. And a tough nut to crack. French attack helicopters. For Queen and Country is also quite interesting. It's regular difficulty only. The map is large. And it's against the Soviets, NATO versus Soviets with the British. Then Armored Fist is 4 hours of battle. No, it's not Armored Fist. There we go. It's 5 hours. And it's American, German troops against the GDR. Then you get, I could show you this one. The Ride of the 12th Cuirassier. And then Falling from the Sky, where you fight the Belgians, with the Belgians. Falling from the Sky. And then Lesson of War. That's also very interesting, I think, because it's West German troops against Soviets. I'm interested in it. Königsfeld in Oberfranken, so northern Bavaria basically. And it's veteran difficulty. And with regards to the campaigns, if you're interested to see that, let me know in the comments as well. The ones I could show you are the Reds in Europe. So 7th Armored Brigade fighting in Lower Saxony. You play from the NATO side. And then also I could show you Stopgap, where you fight with the 3rd Armored Division in Hesse. This is where I live actually. And my granddad got a badge from the 3rd Armored Division. He was a journalist and they gave it to him as a like of thanks. And yeah. So that's also interesting to me from a personal point of view. With regards to both the division and also the location. Unfortunately, in the recording you can see Steam stuff popping up because I can't record this the game, just the game. I'm recording the entire monitor. Okay, so let's go and take a look, and I will most likely struggle a lot. Go West, young man. So D plus 0, 20th July 1989, 6-hour battle in United States versus East Germany in Bad Neustadt. We quickly check if that's correct. The one I wanted to show. Yes, easy difficulty, extra small size, 20 times 15 kilometers. For the first 7 months of 1989, tension between the US and the Soviet Union has increased dramatically. The US continues to push for sanctions against the Soviet Union, which are causing significant issues for the Soviet economy. In July 1989, the Warsaw Pact conducted major exercises in the Ukraine region of the Soviet Union. Following the exercises, units supposedly returned to their normal bases. However, due to historically poor weather, the Soviets were able to move many units westward into East Germany and Czechoslovakia. Reports had been coming into the West German and American intelligence services for the last week. On July 15th, NATO started recalling units, and 2 days later, some began moving to their well-planned positions. Intelligence experts believed that war might be coming, and that I think that's a spelling mistake, and that the Warsaw Pact could launch an attack as early as 24th of July. On July 16th, Soviet Spetsnaz and sleepers posing as citizens worried about provoking the Warsaw Pact began conducting demonstrations across France and Germany. In some cases, explosions occurred around NATO troop staging areas, including the area near Frankfurt where US 5th Corps was getting ready. Delayed by these attacks, US 5th Corps started preparing to move into positions late on July 19th. The first units to move were the elements of the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment. While some personnel and equipment were still missing, the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment started arriving at their war positions around midnight on July 19th. Orders suggested that the earliest the Warsaw Pact could initiate hostilities would be July 24th. Minutes later, the Warsaw Pact aircraft took off from airfields across East Germany and Czechoslovakia and headed west to strike at targets across NATO. They were joined by missile strikes and more Spetsnaz attacks. The lead ground elements approached and crossed the inner German border. The war had begun. The scenario is by Mike Johnstone, and the map is by William van der Sterren. And we're fighting in Bad Neustadt an der Saale, like I said. Here you can see the map already. It's cool that it's previewed. And let's click play. So here we can shoot. Oh, we can actually also play head-to-head hot seat. That's cool. We can play by email, and we can also have a computer simulation. But let's decide that we play against the computer. We will play as NATO on recruit difficulty. The manual is still being written, I think. I don't have it. So I will play on recruit. We could customize it. But yeah, actually this changes all this, I think. So recruit enemy units are always visible. Emergency resupply is automatic. Allow gathering of full information of visible enemy units. See unspotted victory points objectives accurately. See unspotted bridges and terrain markers accurately. If we went to veteran, we could still see the bridges and victory points. On Grognard, we can't see anything. Which kind of makes sense, I think, but I'm a beginner and I just want to show you the game and learn the game a bit, so I'll show you this. And what you can do, there are usually different battle plans for the computer. So in this case, we've got 3 different battle plans. I don't know what they entail in detail, it doesn't say. But we go for random selection. So this actually means, you know, when you play the scenario, you can play with battle plan 1 and then battle plan 2, battle plan 3, and it will, even if you play exactly the same way or position your troops the same way, the enemy will play differently. But it also adapts, so it's just not just following the plan, it apparently adapts a bit as well. So yeah, let's go for a first look. Welcome to the Go West, young man scenario. You are commanding NATO forces and have 6 hours to accomplish the task described in your mission briefing. Your forces are composed of 6 groups of units. Extensive descriptions of which are found in the operations, P&L, and fire support staff reports. So we've got the staff reports up here. Information about the opposing forces are available from the Intel staff report. Winning. You are responsible for assets worth 6,365 victory points. Victory is obtained by securing victory point locations and inflicting disproportionate casualties to the enemy. A victory obtained at excessive cost may be severely downgraded. Check the victory conditions report. This is all linked, which I think is fantastic. Look at that. And Windows, so that's really cool. Report for victory level detail. You may now drag and drop your starting units into any group setup hex subject to the usual stacking limits. Any improved positions may be moved by you. We've got 6 improved positions apparently. Any engineered obstacles or minefields have been placed by the scenario designer and may not be moved by you. Okay. So here we've got the scenario description again. Here we've got the victory conditions. So I loaded it up once very briefly just to check, see it a little bit. And what I think is really cool, we can click here and jump to the victory hexes. They are currently all under our control, not contested or neutral, and not belonging to the 7th tank. So if we click on we did the mission briefing. Here we get the map overlay. Here we get Sidetrap, 12 reconnaissance subunits, 9 tank subunits, 12 armored carrier subunits, 2 headquarters, and 2 self-propelled artillery. So we've got K-Troop, regular tank HQ, with reconnaissance sections. They've got Bradleys. We can now click them as well, and then it's shown where they are. And I think this is kind of like either movement or where I can deploy them or line of sight. We will see. So we've got 2 tanks, and then we've got the artillery. They're unspotted. This information is available here as well, which is nice. Engineering, we don't have engineering assets. SOP overview. Relocate while spotted, large standoff range, don't fire until... Okay, this is like their SOP. So you can change it as well. There's like SOP options up here. So that's how they will act when something happens. IFE, stay and fight, that's good. Tanks, stay and fight. You can change that. They were supposed to fight at maximum range, which is okay. Relocate after taking indirect fire losses is cool. And they are only mortars. Acceptable losses, do or die. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, but we need to hold. So what else do we have? 11th Cavalry Regiment Mission Capability Status Report. Each bar represents the numbers of starting platforms. I see. Okay. So, armored carriers, Cavalry Scout. Okay. We can even print that, which is really cool. Unit logs. So here we see K-Troop with hold orders, has 2 Cavalry Scout teams and 2 M3A1 Bradleys. Here we also see how they are supplied. We can search text as well. I think there will be messages, what happens in the different turns, I think. We don't have emitters, so electronic warfare equipment. So P&L, personnel and logistics. Reinforcement and withdrawal. Here we get an ammunition overview. They're all well supplied. No alerts. Here we get lots of details. Let's say, for example, we get all the details on the Bradleys, chain guns, support weapon, anti-tank guided missiles, Cavalry Scout Team Infantry Unit, Runners 2, other anti-armor infantry support weapon. Cool. Optical gun sights. So that's a lot of details. Operations Center is here. We looked at that already. SOP. Okay. And then Intel report. Threat assessment for 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment. Regard General Crandell, all indications show that we are facing the 7th Tank Division East German. Their commander is known to be a hard driver and he will want to get moving fast. Expect to see at least 2 tank battalions in the first echelon. There should be a gap of about an hour between the divisional recon forces and their regimental ones. As they are coming right out from the border, this should almost be a textbook advance. Map Bad Neustadt von der Saale, Bayern, West Germany. End of assessment. Enemy side trap. Enemy has 20 to 30 reconnaissance subunits, 70 to 80 tank subunits. Oh my goodness. Kills and stuff, we don't have anything yet. Off-map assets, nothing. Electronic warfare report. Very low. Weather forecast. So we're going to play here 2 hours and then 4 hours in this condition. It's going to be light. Here we can see the impact. Okay. Here we can see the enemy tactical operations center. Interesting. NATO forces have been slow in getting into locations, but it seems likely that the 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment will be in place prior to the launch of our attack. They operate independently and without much additional support. Expect to see some tanks and some mortars. Interesting. Good luck. So we can move. How did I move again? Drag and drop. Okay. So is this an improved position? Yeah, I think this is an improved position. And could I move this troop here? I could. And I think this indicates an improved position. So let's put them in here. The tank will get I will quickly pause because there was a doorbell. Okay, here we go again. Apparently, my girlfriend had ordered something on Amazon. I should get tooltips. I can right-click, modify combined obstacle overlay. Oh, I can see elevation values, cover. It's loading. With all the values, it's a bit slow. Let's move the tank here. So that's 66% cover in here. We don't see the cover from units, from tiles, hex tiles where unit is on. I would like to see this unit dashboard. What does that do? Subunits. Okay, that's 4 Abrams. Can I see chain of command, enemy side, line of sight, Control L. So that's something you should possibly. I think I will keep them here to try to hold this, and I want to see line of sight of these guys. Show line of sight. Okay. This is a really good line of sight. Classify, identify. Going to move this to here. Okay, why did it not work? Okay, there's one already. And I'm not going to have a... Can I move this? No. Can I move this? No. And I think I'm going to move the tanks over here. You must stay within your setup boundaries, I see. Could you go here? No. Hmm. They're coming from here as well. So what's this unit's line of sight? It's not that great. But this is like a river. And this is the bridge. So we could go here. And we should give them some improved cover. The Bradleys have quite some range, I think. I'm not quite sure how good their range actually is. Can I see that? Enemy sighted by this unit, none. Range rings, maybe. Spottable, interesting. Effective range of fire should be this, so that's good. And let's deactivate this, and let's deactivate also what's the SOP ranges? Okay. Let's deactivate this. Okay. They will stay here to safeguard the bridge. Is there anything here? No. And could I move these troops into here? I think I can, but this bridge is actually out of service, but they could use this bridge still. But I've got these two units here, so I think I want one here. They can still fall back. How far can these move? Could I move them forward here more towards the bridge? What's my... Okay, this marked is my... Okay, let's give them... Let's take a look at good lines of sight here. And let's give them some of this. Oh, only objective? What? Okay, can't move them here. Is that too far away, presumably? Modified combat obstacle overview. Interesting. Okay, so you stay in there. This could be like a bit of a fallback position. And could I move them forward? No, I can't. Do they have any sort of cover here? No, they don't. So let's actually give it to them if we can. We can. This is our headquarter. And this is our mortar troops. Let's give them a fortified position. They might have one already. Yes, they do. Good. Now let's check their range. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, I think all units are good. We've got the weather here. We can press start. I think positioning is okay. So maybe a bit overkill here, but there are lots of tanks coming this way. Let's go. See what happens. 17 minutes of game resolution is about to commence. First fights are taking place. I think I didn't go for the detailed combat overview. Interesting. It's a WEGO system with different phases, I think. We're in good positions. One SPW destroyed. Identified two SPWs. The tanks might pose a problem. The game resolution phase is now over. The American orders phase is about to begin. Now we can give orders. Ops, Intel, personnel and staff. What's FS? Fire support assets. No, for example, could I order them? Here I've got the ranges and stuff in line of sight and so on as well. They're trying to go this way, apparently. We can kind of see where they want to go. What I would like to see now is a radio log display. Aha. Here we go. It's engaging. Engage claim. 1K troop claims destroyed in hex. Engage. Need to claim. We cleared another SPW. Engage, engage. Engage. Okay, this is actually looking good. Is that kind of like the hotkey summary? That's cool. Okay, maybe I can check the manual here. I only checked it on the website. Victory points. Lines of sight. I think we're just going to stay in position, right? Let's see this line of sight here. I'm not going to dash forward, and I couldn't because of the river. I mean, we could go across here. And I'd really like to know how I can get hex grid informations. It's just for everything. I don't know what those symbols mean, unfortunately. I think it might means like mines or something. At the bottom right, I can see the values for height, defense rating, spottability, I guess. Logistics. Good concealment here. We're going to stay here. I think we can divide them off. Let's see. No orders. Let's resolve. They are now engaged as well. Kind of side-shotting, taking out. Destroyed. Nice. I mean, we are going to run out. I'm not sure how the supply system works, obviously. Good thing is we are in a nice and defensive position here. Proceed. Now we do get the results here. We engaged, we claimed a PT-76B. We also claimed another PT-76B. We can click that. That's something I think is really cool, that you can kind of click all the units and then we see what was, what they've lost. They're not concealed or anything. And here we claimed another PT-76B. That should. What unit is this? Did they claim anyone 2K? Is this one? They claim two PT-76B. I'm not sure what the orders for the mortar are. We should check that. RT mortar. Fire discipline. Medium range, I'd say. Well, let's go for max range. Direct support priority. All units. I'm not quite sure. Direct support, if they then move or if they start shooting. Flash HQ location, that's cool. Okay, let's start the next one. Here we see it's 17 minutes for me, and here you can see they take 27 minutes to order, I think. So we have more orders than they do. I think that's what it means. What I mentioned in the introduction, that we've got those different... One HQ destroyed. That we've got those different times there. Motorcycles are attacking me. Motorcycle gangs, and there's a close combat. Oh no. We are being invaded. This is bad. One more minute. Let's check the messages. Okay, troops, engage. That's over here. But no claims yet. Yeah, point blank range, those motorcycles, that's really bad. I think what I want to do is give them a move order. Move deliberate. Plot a move deliberately by selecting up to 6 waypoints. So you go here, here, and then into here. And then I try to potentially move them up here. First, let's go in there. Okay, let's actually cancel. I want to first check what's our line of sight from here. Can I see that? What's the line of sight from here? I don't know. That would be good to know, to see what I can fight from there. I think I can fight quite a bit, actually. So I'm going to do a deliberate move. Move deliberately. You go here, 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 and actually you're going to go into here, and then you go up here, and then into here. Okay, commit. When this unit reaches its final destination, its orders are then to hold ground units, dig in and defend in place, use cover and be prepared to move, rest and supply. They're going to hold. Okay. What do we have here? That's their HQ. Okay, there are a lot of troops now here. What's your status? That's 3K. Concealment is gone, basically. Here we see their history. And we still have 71 morale and 94% ammo. That's good. Let's start. There's lots of fighting taking place here. This could be rough. I'm not sure how good the bikers are. Here we see the time is progressing. 9 minutes. One motorcycle destroyed. Very good. And not much more fighting going on. What the hell are they doing over here? Maybe just sitting tight? Okay, let's see the radio log display again. Here we are engaging. We claimed one motorcycle. No losses so far. That's good. Why did they not yet move? I did give them the move order, right? Maybe because of like a command delay or something? Let me know in the comments if you do know. But let's continue. We'll see if they start moving. First of all, the fighting here is continuing. Maybe also it takes them quite a while to get from one hex to the other. I've forgotten how many kilometers one hex is. Here we see the height of the clouds even. Now they start moving, that's good. Order has reached them. I think this will be a very good spot. We will have to check line of sight though. Okay, more troops are coming from the east now. They are trying to encircle us, that's very bad. The question is if I should withdraw from here. I think I'll let them stay and fight. If I move them now, I will be caught in the open. I don't want that. We did take out that motorcycle. So height here is 3, 2. I mean, we could send our tank out in the open to here, but I think it's too risky. Line of sight. Doesn't see all that much. We could also, I mean, with all the heights here, it's difficult. They will come in behind. What's your line of sight? Yeah, we will attack them soon, and they probably can't see behind because of the height here. I mean, we should be able to stop them, right? What's your line of sight? Can you help here? Yes. So they can both fight here. So we should be good. Motorcycles are still fighting. I think we're being shot at, or maybe they just got destroyed. That's what it means, maybe. The fight is going on here now. They are still ambushed, but this is quite the overwhelming force. We might have to fall back. They lost some troops. 3 BRMs are still here and 3 scout teams. I think in detail it's very overwhelming, the game, and you need to really dig in deep and study the manual and so on to execute everything correctly, in particular on the higher difficulties when you don't see the units and so on. But I think it's easy enough to, get things going a little bit. I think we are being shelled here, to be honest. We should move. Yeah, we destroyed them. Very good. Okay, they are going all the way around here, apparently. Ah, because they are shelling us, and we can see that our unit is not concealed. This unit is also not concealed. And they've got the order to relocate after taking indirect fire losses, which kind of makes sense, but I wonder if I should move them manually, maybe to nest 4 or to up here. They might be able to shoot from up here as well. So let's check their line of sight first. This is a really good line of sight. And because we are being shelled at from down here, I think I want to move up here. Move hasty, no, let's move deliberate to here and then here. Commit to the move and then hold. Then we go to our staff and get like some intelligence. Reported kills and claims. 19 kills so far. I wonder what we should. Organic mortar. What does that mean? Acceptable losses moderate. Preferred standoff range 2 hexes. Fire discipline. Hold until fired on. Why would I do that? I think I'm going to change that. Directly supported by amphibious. I mean, we could smoke. We could use high explosives. Edit, rest, and resupply. Orders delay. Here we see how much the orders are delayed. 7 minutes because of the distance to the HQ. So, for example, this one. Where is it? Orders. Claims. Where was that shown again? Let me quickly check again. Staff. Subunits. Oh, here, up there. 7 minutes, and here it's 0 minutes because the range is so high. But possibly they have radio, maybe? 0 minutes delay. 12 minutes delay. 7 minutes delay, that's interesting. I'm not sure why. To be honest, 7 minutes, and here it's 0 minutes. I think I won't set them to shoot more. Hold fire until final point blank range, short range. Let's go for short range at least. Question is, hold until fired on. I will deactivate this. This is our max range. Let's do that. So if something comes close, we will start shooting. I want to see that. Over here, it's going to become very tricky. I think they might be lost, but I think that would be acceptable from a strategic or like overall tactical point of view. Oh my goodness. I think we might have to get our tanks involved. And we see all of that. That's kind of the thing. They've kind of abandoned this approach. But I'm really not inclined to move up here. It's a too vulnerable position, I think. But we might do that actually to help them out. I think they will otherwise get out of ammo and stuff. So let's actually do that. Let's do a deliberate move to here, here. Oh, I misclicked here. Cancel. Let's do a deliberate move to here, here, and then up here. Commit and see what happens. I hope we can do that despite all the minefields and stuff. Hold. And let's start. I feel like we need to get some support for them. Good shot. But that's a lot of tanks. They will overwhelm us. It's cool to watch all this, developing. I mean, after moving out here, we can still move back into the other position. I just don't want to be under constant artillery fire. It looked like artillery fire at least. 5K troop could actually also engage, I think. I think this is the perfect scenario to, try out the game for me with the limited number of troops. And I mean, could we go up here and maybe start shooting as well? What's your effective combat range? I mean, that would be pretty good. What's their effective combat range? It's much less. Could I move without the road? I mean, we'll just try. You go here and here. Let's see if that works. The rest stays where it is. I actually don't think we will get attacked much more from here. We should be able to see all units anyway. I'm also inclined to move this troop over here, but the reinforcements to cover this are too far away, so I'm not going to do that just yet. When you get there, hold. I think I misclicked. Let's do another deliberate move, because I misclicked. Cancel all the moves, please. Can I cancel moves? 1, 2. Commit. Hold. That's better. Okay, let's start. This tank should start moving soon as well. I mean, I don't click on the radio overview now all the time because we kind of get an idea. We are getting into a pickle over here. SOP relocation. They are redirecting their attack. They are giving up, maybe. Good. Okay, we are shooting at them first. We have less units and they are now unfortunately quite close. We took out 2 of them. We're actually shooting again to get out another one. But we might lose tanks here as well because they are quite close. Yeah, we lost one already. That's bad. But they would have engaged us at CQC kind of anyway. This is not good. This was maybe a bit too ballsy, but I didn't expect them to shift left. Okay, we're getting shelled by artillery. This tank still has its move orders. We need to... I think I'm going to redirect these troops to take position here. You go to here, 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 and here. Wait, cancel. There's actually a road. Let's use the road. Move deliberate to here, 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 and here. Commit. And then there you're going to hold. They are supposed to hold if this breaks. We won't need all those troops over there. It's also because we see a lot. I should have coordinated better and maybe just move this tank first in order to, have this range advantage and leave the tank into a secure position, this one, because it's now under heavy fire. Here we are being shelled. I might have to move. Come on, let's take this one out. So far, I'm really fond of the game. The presentation is really nice and it looks fantastic. I think the screenshots don't do it justice quite. It's very detailed and looks very good. The colors, the color scheme, and the details. I like that it's based like on historic maps, so we need to move them. Unfortunately, I mean it's a fortified position, but still. And now my tank is being shelled. Are you kidding me? We have to check our intelligence report, but I think they do have like some sort of off-map capabilities now. Okay, we've got them. Yeah, they need to move. They need to move as well, basically. Got the tank in position. But they're not losing units, so I might just leave them there in the fortified position. I mean, they are drawing fire, so... Let's proceed. I'm actually going to move them as well. Because there's nothing happening here. Why would I need them here? Move deliberate to here and then into here, please. No, don't do that. Cancel this last step. So let's do it again. Move deliberate to here. Commit. Make artillery units ready for counter-artillery missions. That's actually interesting. Let's do that. They're not concealed. They've lost one Bradley, unfortunately. Ammunition and morale are still okay. So the cavalry scout teams, they do have grenade launchers, they do have AT laws. How many rockets are still left? How do I reinforce? Zero anti-tank guided missiles left. They still have a few. I think I will fall them back actually. Move hasty. Go to here, and then here, and then here, and then here to kind of side shot them a bit. Maybe here. No. Move hasty to here, 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 here. Let's move them here. Hold. How do I resupply? Help. Terrain, multi-unit overlay. I'm not even sure I can. Personnel and logistics. Reinforcement and withdrawals. Ammunition. Basic load on hand. Expanded. Too many. 120mm armor piercing. But I think they do have armor piercing rounds, don't they? 25mm chain gun. Can that kill this? I am unsure. Let's fall back. We need to hold this anyway, so it's okay. How are you on ammunition? Falling out. 1 out of 20 armor piercing rounds, 22 of 20 high explosive anti-tank kills. Leave them here. I don't think fire support, fire missions, counter battery. Okay, we did counter battery after the movement order. But the question is, can I get somehow more ammunition? I don't think so, actually. Let me know in the comments if you know how to resupply my units. Maybe with the leader? I'm not sure. Can I give this an order to ammo alert? What can I do with that? Tow is out. I know. I've got resupply. Yes. Also apply to key ammo. It's marked. Will trigger rest and resupply. I see. So they might actually just take a break and resupply. But I will fall them back. But let's give them another order. Move hasty. Here, here, here. Commit. Resupply. And let's rest them for 17 minutes. And hope that's enough. Let's see if that works. Let's see. Proceed. We need to hold out like a bit more than 3 hours. We're in a very heavy artillery fire here. Okay, they are getting away. That's good. The game resolution is faces out over. What's your line of sight, my friend? Control L. Yeah, they should be able to shoot, right? But he doesn't see that far. It's within range, but he doesn't see that far, unfortunately. He might have to move on. We might have to move on. Let's actually do that. Move deliberate. Hold. Okay, here we go. Now it will be very interesting to see how they resupply. And after that, they can maybe then fall back and resupply up here. It's like a fighting withdrawal. We destroyed an SPW, good. Come on, hit them. We don't have many rockets left. Or missiles, I should say. Sit rep. Okay, they've got some missiles going for them again. They don't. So I'm actually going to move hasty into here, commit, resupply for 34 minutes. That's a bit weird. Here it says 80% supply. If I put that to 0, I don't know what happens. Okay, let's do it like this anyway. Let's give them another order. Fire discipline. Let's fire at medium range. Don't hold, just fire. And here we go. With the tank, I'm going to hold. Did they resupply actually? Tank, stay and fight. Yeah, we do have 0 armor piercing rounds. Let's actually fall back. Move hasty to here. Commit. Resupply. For 34 minutes. Proceed. The tank won't help us without the respective rounds. And we've got this tank to hold the line. Holy shit, we lost quite a few units here. I really like this order system. The fallback order came a bit too late, I think. It might be cool to have like an ammo status icon, like at least green, red, orange or something. Okay, they got wiped out. That's bad. When this tank has resupplied, we will move them. Can I have them? Just 1 second. Why did I get this notification? It's really bad. Can I have them resupply? Not really. This tank is resupplying. Maybe, yeah, the R, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it says hold and fight and resupply. They are all resupplying here. There's something coming, maybe. Let's see. Let's start the next one. Okay, now this tank is in the fight. That's really good because we really need to stop them here. And this is in grave danger. Game resolution phase is over. They are still resupplying. What does that mean? S? Still supplying, I guess. So we can continue, I think. No one is really moving up here. What's your line of sight? Yeah, he can't fight there. I mean, we could fall them back to here, or here even, in order to... I mean, we see everything anyway, so nothing is going to happen up there. So we're going to move them. Hasty. To here, and then to here, and then to here. Commit, and then hold there. Okay, there we go. Okay, American order phase. He's holding again, but from here he doesn't have any line of sight, I think. Well, a bit, actually. We should start fighting them. That's good. See, it's an elevated position. I'll keep him here. %79 of starting force victory points because we lost some troops, I think. They are not on hold fire. Why is that? Hold. How many? 8 of, yeah, still not fully charged. Let's fully charge them. Let's go for the next turn. They are now in a very elevated position and even stacked. That's gonna be a bit tricky for us. But we've got the better tank. Very good. What's the ammo status? 78%. Do I really need to set them to resupply? How can I do that here actually? How can I set them to resupply without moving? If you know that, let me know in the comments. Flash location, detach, unit role recce, adjust, rest, and resupply SOP. Let's actually deactivate this as key ammo and let's deactivate this as key ammo. Because what I really want is the tow. Do they go to automatically go to resupply? I don't know. What does that mean, the yellow icon? Does it mean resupply? Does it mean spotted? Potentially it means spotted, or it means they're not very happy. Range to HQ is a bit high. Let's actually move our HQ a bit to the east now. Not sure what that icon means. I need to check the manual eventually. Let's start. I guess with a different battle plan, they might attack in force more over here than over here. It's just my guess. One contact destroyed, good. So they are active. They are fighting despite the S, which I think is the supply S. So we've got 48 minutes left. Good thing is we've got the superior tanks. And also the Bradleys are doing a good job. I'm not sure what L means. Loss, I guess. So it was one cavalry scout team and one Bradley. That's bad. Still have law. I could move them, but I don't think there's so much point in it. But I don't want to lose them either, so let's move them hasty. Heal and then into this town. Commit. Hold. What are they doing? Do they have... They do have tank-guided missiles again. Good. Key ammo is 33%. I think this is what the yellow means. So it is actually displayed. Key ammo 90%. Good. Okay. I think we should be able to hold. We just must not lose too much. We're holding this road now quite nicely, I would say. This is a lot of fun and actually really beginner friendly, at least at this stage in this very easy scenario. Obviously, I don't know all the details, like you've seen, like with the resupply and everything. Not quite sure why the mortar ain't shooting at all. It's 33% key ammo. We can hold the position. They are moving down here. At least they should be. Oh, these tanks will stop the breakthrough attempt here easily, I think. Well, we might suffer some losses. 11 tanks is quite a bit. Down to 10. They've got some sort of red icon. I'm not sure what that means. I'm also not sure if we can see what it means. Auto spot. I like the sound effects, by the way. Now with the tracks moving. Here we can shoot again, that's so helpful. I think I lost some extra units because I didn't resupply up here. Our signal indicates that enemy losses are reaching critical proportions, that's good. I think the rest is just going to hold. They're going to move. The rest is going to hold. Did they lose units here? Was I too close? Was I being spotted? That would be bad. Let me check the log. No, I don't think we lost anyone. What's the line of sight? Because we are like in an elevated position, as you can see here. So they should not be able to spot us. Well, but maybe just in case we can move hastily down to here. Okay, the rest is going to hold. You're going to hold here. That should be enough. I don't need to necessarily move up here. I think we'd rather keep them here, even though. Let's move them up here. I think we've got enough down here. C is probably counter battery. Now with this time advantage here, obviously it should make it easier for me to use artillery. Can't take screenshots with F12, unfortunately. There's their self-propelled artillery. Is it Su-76s? Potentially. Not sure. No, it's not. Oh, well, no, obviously not, because we're in the Cold War. Forgotten the name of that unit, actually, from Warnow. I won't be able to reach them with my mortars. Okay. Not sure what the L means. Losses, maybe. Will be in the manual. Got 1 more minute to go. We should be able to win this, I think. My first ever scenario. I'm quite happy. Lieutenant Commander Crandell, commanding 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment, you inflicted losses of 8,040 victory points on the enemy and secured victory locations worth 5,000 victory points. Units under your command worth 4,807 victory points survived. Your victory point ratio is 58%, and this significantly improves your starting ratio of 43%. You and your forces obtained a marginal win. Command congratulates you and rates your performance as well done. Not too bad. 11th Armored Cavalry Regiment finished the battle with 75% by victory points value, 76% by number of its subunits combat ready. It claimed 14 Recce, 49 tank, 3 infantry and 2 HQ enemy subunits. Your force took significant losses, 3% permanent, 22% fallen out, and must refit for a moderate time to recover the 8 fallen out subunits. You may browse all remaining units. So we can give some feedback. You've just played the scenario Go West, young man. For private comments, please rate it now on our beta survey site. Well, I'm on the press preview, but I can still do the the beta thing, but this is the press preview. And if there's a poll for the scenario, please rate it on our Matrix beta forum. And here we've got the victories conditions, as you can see here. Yeah, I will give some feedback. But here we see our surviving force, 4,807. Lots of losses inflicted. Not as many taken. No penalties. So we did win the victory point position. Ah, look at this. We were very, very close to a technical win. That's a shame. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more preview content for Flashpoint campaigns, Cold War, and in particular, let me know if you want to see a specific scenario, one of the ones that I've mentioned initially. Thanks a lot, guys, and also give me clues if you have some advice for me. Thanks a lot. Until then, bye for now.